Oh, hi, caretaker. What's up? Well, was I sighing? Oh, wow. You know, I didn't really notice. Well, you might as well just keep getting ready for work, right? Get ready to make your hour-long commute over there and then work for 8 hours and then an hour-long commute back. All so you can collapse in bed as soon as you get home. Might as well get to work on that, right? Yeah, you just go ahead and do that. No, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's fine. It's silly. It's silly. Okay, well, maybe it's not nothing. Maybe it's not. But, well, I can't get in the way of your work, so. Really? You think I'm not important to you? Well, that's good to hear, I suppose. I mean, you make the choice to bring a houseplant girl into your home. You better be prepared to care for her feelings, right? Well, the truth is, it feels like you're never around, you know? I spend the vast majority of every day alone in this house. Completely alone. You get that, right? I can't exactly stray very far. I'm kind of, rooted in place. So, what do? I spend all day here, alone, with no one really to talk to and not much to do, and I see you coming back every day looking more and more haggard, more and more exhausted. It's, well, not exactly the kind of environment that your typical plant girl would thrive in. You water me plenty, sure, and I get enough sunlight. That's fine, but you could have just gotten an aloe plant or some other succulent or something that doesn't think. But you got me. And now, mostly against my own will, I sort of care about you. So, could you maybe stop with the self-destructive death spiral of work for like a day? I mean, what's your job sick policy anyways, right? How soon do you have to call in? Because if you can call in, I think you should call in today because you never, ever take any days off, do you? I think maybe you deserve a break, and maybe I deserve some company, and maybe this would work out for both of us. Come on. Come on. Don't you want to spend a day at home? Just once? Don't you want to forget about deadlines and bosses and money as a concept for just a day, even? Please? You always wake up so early. You have time to think about it, at least. How about you just spend a little while with me, okay? I can help you get ready if you still want to go after this, so you won't be late. But I don't know, I just need something, you know? And I think what I need is time with you, so is it okay if I hug you? All right. You don't know how good you've got it, honestly. You could go anywhere you want, do anything you want, and yet somehow your species managed to invent all of this. With so much freedom, you all chose to impose limits and restrictions. Well, I guess it was a few powerful jerks who chose that for you, but still, I wish you could all enjoy the freedom that you have, you know? I mean, with all the time in the world, what do you think you'd do? Do you think you would do something creative? Like maybe you could draw or write. That's something a lot of plant girls do. Creative pursuits tend to be some of the easier ones for us to pursue. Oh yeah, I am kind of just grabbing your ears a little bit. Look, my vines, they just have a mind of their own. And I like you, and I don't want you to leave, so I guess some part of me is just grabbing. Hope that's okay. I can try and stop if you want. You're fine with it? Cool. Good. I wasn't really sure how I would do that and still hug you, so. Would you travel, do you think? That's something that's pretty difficult for plant girls to do. I mean, I'm in this nice pot here, and I could be moved, but it's not easy to move it on my own power. And Well, I get all my energy from photosynthesis and a little bit of magic. The fact is, that's a lot less efficient than eating, so if I tried to travel any meaningful distance, I'd tire myself out pretty fast. Potentially to dangerous levels. If I had the freedom that you have, I think traveling's what I'd really want to do. Have you ever been to another continent? Not just another country, but another whole part of the world. Who knows how many miles away? I mean, I guess I could Google it. Like, how far to Europe? But I don't know. It just sounds nice. I think I'd want to visit Antarctica someday, if I could. Which, I probably, can't. I don't know how easy it is to keep a plant girl alive in a place like that, so it probably wouldn't be a very good idea, even if I could move around. I think I'd like to go to Mexico. I think I'd like to go all over Europe. We could go to France, to Italy, to Spain. I think of all the European places, I think I'd be most interested in going to Greece personally. I would love to see the Parthenon. If you do ever get the chance to go there, maybe take some pictures. I'd love to see what my person gets up to. And it'd make me happy to know that you'd been there. Let's see. I think visiting Indonesia might be cool. Or Aotearoa. Both of those, I think, would be beautiful. I actually spend a lot of time on the internet since, plant, not a lot to do. And I have so many friends in so many places these days. But I'm never going to get the chance to meet most of them in person. Aside from the ones that can come here. I've got some good friends in some of these countries I've been mentioning. And I think just visiting them would make it worth the trip. Yeah. So I think that's what I would do if I could do what you... Well, not that you really can with the whole money issue, but, if we're dreaming about possibilities, then if money wasn't an issue and I could move freely and I wasn't risking death just by going into a cold place, I'd really want to travel a lot, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, oh goodness, you take a, you really, what's the word? Take for granted. That's the phrase. What even the ability to travel a few hundred miles means, There's so much stuff to see and to do. And all of it's just wasted at work. know you gotta eat and pay for this house and pay to keep taking care of me, but I think as much as you're able, it's important to have a work-life balance, you know? And if you can, you should try and keep that balance more towards the life side of things. Oh, the neighbors upstairs are really stompy today. I hope that's not bothering you too much. I wonder what they get up to all day. I mean, they're always there, right? I'm always here, so I would know. Maybe they have a plant too. One that likes to wander from her pot a little bit. Some of us can do that, you know. I'm less lucky, but for some, they can extend outwards and project an image of themselves outside of the pot, connected by a few lines. I really wish I could do that. Maybe that's who's stomping around every day. You know what, caretaker? If it's not too much trouble, would you be willing to ask if any of our neighbors have a plant girl? I know it's not super likely, but if they do, then maybe we could hang out with each other while our caretakers are away? It would be less lonely then, right? It's just a thought. I'm sorry if you feel like you haven't been taking good care of me. I know that I've been kind of a grump today, but it's because I like you. And because I know you're doing your best to take care of me. But the thing is, I'm really well taken care of. I think you should maybe spare some of that energy for taking care of yourself. If you can. I know that it's hard. I know that it's difficult to earn enough to take care of yourself, let alone someone else, even if she's a plant that doesn't need much. I know that. But I do really think you should try and strike a balance. And to try and make sure that work doesn't come before your real life. And the people who care about you and yourself, you know? I think you're more important, you personally, than whatever it is they have you doing, okay? I really think so. I think I'm more important than it too. Maybe a little self-absorbed when I don't even know what your job is, but I think more of your time should be spent spending time with people you enjoy. So I've been trying to convince you this whole time. Will you call out today? And maybe actually take a weekend off sometime? Please? It'd make me really happy if you did. And we can snuggle like all day and maybe watch a show or something, or if you want, I mean. It's kind of scary when I get moved around. I trust you, and I do want to be able to see stuff that's not just in this apartment. So, if you wanted, maybe you could pick me up and we could go to the park and have a little picnic or something. I mean, I know I don't eat, but you could, and you could water me there, and that would sort of count as picnicking, right? I've always wanted to have a picnic. So, please, please, please. Yeah, I'm rubbing your ears to emphasize my point. Please. You'll call in? And will you take the weekend off? Thank you. You're like sort of the best, you know that? I'm really happy that you're my caretaker. Thank you.